We're going to talk about the market update for April 2026. This is covering residential sales. We're going to start with Perry County. Now, keep in mind, in the month of March, we had a high number of new listings across the board in all 4 counties. So we're going to see some residual effects of that in our statistics this month. But for the month of April, we had 14 new listings. That was down from 22 the month before. Average sales price came in at $260,000, which is about $50,000 less than the month before. Days on market dropped dramatically. We're down to 44 days and we were at 79. And then 16 homes sold compared to 11 the month before. So you can see that we had the rise in the sales, but the dip in the number of new listings, which is kind of typical. Obviously, when properties are coming on the market and they're getting scooped up really quickly, you're going to see that adjustment. Now, looking at April of 2025, we had 11 new homes, $227,000 was the average sales price, 70 days on market, and 2 homes sold. Now, year to date for 2026 in Perry County, we are on the rise. Almost 6% more new homes have come on the market, 54 versus last year at 51. 38% increase in number of sales. We've got 47 so far this year. Days on market has dropped about a little over 35%, coming in at 54 days. Average sales price is up over 3%, averaging $231,000. And sellers are getting about 96.4% of their asking price, which was about 0.7 less than last year. Moving on to Cape Girardeau County, you're going to see the same type of trends. 110 new listings versus 120 in March. Average sales price has dipped down a little bit, about $50,000 from the month before, but we're at $296,000. Days on market dropped 20 days, now at 50, and there were 82 homes that closed versus 72 in March. Oh, and then April of 2025, a year ago, 99 new homes. So we are at an uptick this year so far on number of listings. $261,000 was the average sales price. Days on market came in at 55 then, so really close to what we were this year. And 70 homes sold, so 12 more this year than last. So looking at year to date for Cape Girardeau County, about 18% more new homes, coming in at 382 new properties hitting the market. 257 sold so far, so that is an increase of 5%. 10% increase on days on market, so homes are staying on the market a little bit longer at 66 days. Average sales price, though, is up over 16%, $307,000. And sellers are getting a little over 0.5% more this year to date at 97.8% of their asking price. Bollinger County, pretty stable this month as well. We saw 14 new listings, so that was 4 more than last month. Average sales price jumped up just a smidge, $220,000 versus $216,000. Days on market, though, was slashed dramatically. 66 days versus 94 the month before. And then 6 properties sold, 8 had sold in March. So again, really close numbers and margin here in Bollinger County. Now, April of 2026, only 8 new listings, $186,000 was the average sales price. Days on market was 118. So that is almost double. And then 9 homes had sold. Year to date for Bollinger County, up 72% on the number of new listings. 43 new homes came on the market so far in 26 versus 25 at this time last year. Sales are up 18% at 26. Days on market is down 12%, coming in at 83 days. Average sales price is up about 2.5%. $209,000, and then sellers are getting 93.6% of their asking price, which is about 3.5% less than last year to date. So we're going to wrap up with St. Genevieve County for the month of April 2026. 16 new listings. There were 15 in March, so pretty flat there and similar. Average sales price, though, had a big gap. $366,000 was the average sales price in April and $275,000 in March. Days on market dropped down to 26 days. So things are flying off the market when they're priced right in St. Genevieve County. Last month or the previous month in March was 84 days. There were 6 homes that sold, which is half of what sold in March. Again, we have to look at when those listings are coming on the market, because if they're coming on the market and we have a high influx of new listings one month, then we're likely going to have a high or a bump up in the number of sales the following month. Now, jumping back to April of 2025, 22 new homes came on the market. $285,000 was the average Sales price 154 days. So we had some old ones sell last April, and then 11 homes sold. So year to date in St. Genevieve County, got a decline of the number of new homes so far this year of 16%. Only 53 so far. Down almost 3% in the number of sales, coming in at 38 sales so far this year to date. 63 days on the market, which is a 22% drop from last year at this time. Average sales price, though, is up 6.5%, coming in at $297,000. And sellers are getting 95.1% of their asking price, which is about 3.5% less than last year. So we've got some things going on in the markets. Obviously, each city and county is going to have a little bit of a fluctuation in variances in their trends. So it's important that we talk about a certain price point or the type of property you're looking for. That way you can better understand what to expect if you're buying or selling. So I'm here to help if you have any questions or want to explore buying or selling anything in the coming weeks. Don't hesitate to call, text message, comment below, or stop by and see me. Hope to talk to you soon.